What's going on, everybody? I am CaptainRoBear, and this is Saved by the Spell 3, Tormund's Quest 37!
Oh, let's go!
You boys like D&D?
Yes, yes.
RTX taking your voice out turned it into a complete pig scream. Welcome to our Deliverance one-shot.
Yep. Tell you what, you got a pretty hat there, CaptainRoBear.
Was it Bert Kreischer had a joke once where he goes, "You know shit's serious when the fat guy's crying." He goes, "That's when I knew the movie for Deliverance was for real." Oh God. Welcome everybody. You made it to Thursday. One more day in quarantine.
Let's go.
You've made it. You've made it more than half the year.
Wow.
Oh God, what'd you
have to remind us. I'm just gonna be depressed for a while.
Welcome to the new.
Hey man, I got D&D.
Spice latte. I'm ready. I'm good.
Oh, are you a PSLer?
You know it.
He's already had like 5 PSLs since Starbucks started bringing it back.
So follow me down the rabbit hole on this one. PSL is such a big thing. How long before White Claw catches on?
How'd they not already have that in production?
I feel
really?
like
Exactly. I mean, that kind of seems like it's a hole right now.
Yeah, that's actually very astute.
Yeah, I feel like they already do.
I mean, this is
limited edition can.
But they
these
would already
are the things you think of when you're enjoying Voodoo Rangers with your friends.
I mean, Sam Adams starts pumping out Oktoberfest now, mid-July. Like once the 4th is done,
Yep.
it is on. Like it's
It is
ridiculous.
Halloween.
Hey, like I always say, it's the Christmas people's fault because they start Christmas right after Halloween. So now we have to start Halloween earlier because of that.
I feel like this is a personal attack.
I've never understood why people want less choice in their grocery store. Like, it has never physically or mentally affected me that things were available. Like, doesn't hurt me. Like, somebody wants to pound eggnog on the warmest day of the year. Walk a day in that person's shoes. They probably needed it. Looking to get nogged, man. Doesn't bother me any. Doesn't attack my character. You want a PSL all year? PSL all over yourself.
Can I get that quote? Can we get that? Can we get that clip, please?
Sorry, man. I'm just farming. I've been on Twitch too long, man. I'm just farming. I'm just farming over here.
RoBear sitting there with his fishing pole, just going, "Oh, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get one here."
I caught you $1.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen Corsair's pumpkin spice latte cooling system, you need to check it out. It's on their Twitter. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Why? No. Why did you give me something else to do on Twitter, please?
Well, our own Miss Magitech is the VO for it.
VO'd by yours truly.
Yep.
Those are real life credits, my friend.
Yep, that was a proud achievement for me.
Tonight, we are among royalty.
Hundred. Radio, you got any big announcements this week?
Well, in a world where only Miss Magitech can save us.
That's
Honestly,
amazing.
I don't have any announcements short of the fact that, you know, it's they rolled out season 2 details for Fall Guys. I'm really excited because I think this is going to be probably the most toxic season ever since season 4 and Fortnite. And I am so ready for it.
Do we know how long we have to to get the battle pass done that's currently available, because like
I
have to start playing a lot more Fall Guy to get my bear skin.
About the time you see finish off the rest of this pass for $45 appear next to it, then we've got about 2 weeks.
It's almost worth it for me. It's a lot of Fall Guy to get to whatever that. I'm nowhere near level 40. Like, what do they want for, like, how many hours do I got to climb that? Like, I already got magic to do. This is bad. Where are you at on your level? Because I know you're sneaky about putting in a couple of hours to try to get crowns.
I'm gonna say I'm like 32 or something.
Okay,
he's playing right now. He's like probably
no,
that's
a total lie. I'm really like I'm somewhere between 12 and 16 off the top of my head.
Okay, thank God, because I was like, dude, I'm 12. I'm done. I'm like turning the flag, man. Loved it.
So yeah, we'll probably play that this weekend along with finishing off the solstice armor for my my warlock, so I can have all 3 characters in magnificent.
You're gonna beat me on that too. But there's no surprise there.
Hey, I'm showing you all my tricks, so you just take it from there.
It's true. All I got to do is show up. But you know what? That didn't work for my college degree either. I could dish that advice out, but I just still kind of hung around there, and was like, this semester I think I'm just gonna open up a bar, and then that's where that one went.
Do as I say, not as I did.
Not everybody. Not everybody needs to live my life. That's a bad idea. You want the generalized path to where I can get you into a mediocre sales job to make just enough to where you understand that you're burdened by your choice to go to college and burden yourself with debt, to where you grow ever so increasingly angry at the family that you've created. That's usually my game plan.
Just PSL all over yourself, okay?
It just makes me want to drink more.
Tim is on the road this week, so I'm not going to burden him with having to do any announcements. We don't know, his audio may or may not work, but you know what? We're going to give it a roll.
Let it never be said that I am not dedicated to the fucking game, all right?
True. It's like we get instant replay with Tim. At least we can hear him, and then we get to see him say it, 15 seconds later. I love it.
Tim is our Max Headroom.
Yes.
Yeah. Gotta love hotels.
Adam, you got any sweet announcements this week?
Not in particular, but I have just one thing I want to say, and it's just that I'm super frustrated that Tim is traveling this week in a hotel room on a laptop, and he still looks this good, and I just don't understand what the secret is, because maybe he's a vampire and that's where he goes to feed. I don't know.
100% the blood of the innocent. I come here.
Yeah, okay, all right. Well, that makes sense.
Minnesotans, that's what it is.
Fun fact:
time to feed.
When me and Tim met the first night at D&D, D&D Live, it happened exactly like From Dusk Till Dawn. It was the exact same scenario. I can't confirm any of the details inside the place that we were at, but my head felt like we went through From Dusk Till Dawn the next day, because I played 0 games of D&D at D&D Live.
Or you were there for the D&D anyways.
No, I would have had. Well, the problem is I can't do it. I'll run. My voice will be gone. I literally can't play D&D at conventions. Otherwise, I'll have no voice. I already have no voice by the time Sunday rolls around. But I was over there going, D&D is great. At the concert party. I wish you really a cop. Oh my God, you're the best.
What do you mean? I'm D&D too. It's great.
Fun fact, though, before we move on to the last member, Tracy was also at D&D Live, the same D&D Live where we were all at. We didn't know each other.
That's
then.
the D&D Live?
That
wow.
D&D Live.
We were all there.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What the hell?
We were all there.
I mean,
Wow.
Adam and I were 2 feet from each other trying to meet the same person, and we didn't know it.
Mhm.
What?
So
Wow.
actually, Tim was literally, you know, when I got the picture with Taliesin, he was literally right there.
Oh my God. I'm gonna go
I was
back.
the person talking to Taliesin before Adam. Adam was waiting in line to talk
Yep.
to Taliesin.
Holy.
And I'm 99% sure that at one point, and maybe this is just me now thinking this, but I'm pretty sure at one point I saw RoBear over one of the picnic tables, and as I passed, he just held up like a drink or something and gave me this like, hey, like, and I was like, that guy's nice. It just kept going.
It could have happened.
Like, I'm pretty sure in my mind, I just remember seeing woolly mammoth of a man, just like, hey, I'm like, oh, that guy seems nice. All right.
Well, you know, I sneak beverages in. I don't wait for service. So I had been drinking there. That's when I met the production guy from Fandom. I was sitting over there eating tacos and drinking my brew that I'd snuck in.
Man, I'm gonna go back. I vlogged that weekend and I have like all this footage and stuff. I'm gonna go back and look and see if I can find you guys in the background.
Did you cosplay? Did you wear Renaissance leathers? Okay.
No, I didn't. No. But I did vlog the whole experience, so I'm gonna go back now and see if I can find you guys in the footage.
Oh.
See us lurking in the background.
Yeah, right?
Dude, the highlight of that week for me was meeting Gil and Abernathy from old school CR fandom. One, I didn't know Gil.
Oh, yeah.
Gil was doing cosplay for them, and that's when I found out when he took his stuff. I was like, Gil! It was awesome. It's fun to meet Abernathy too, man.
Such a nice dude, man.
Oh, they're both fantastic people. Oh, I can't wait for that to happen again. It'll be grand.
Me too.
2022, my friend, 2022.
Full score, 7 years from now.
HoloLens has got to get a hell of a lot better real quick. Tracy, you got announcements for this week?
Announcements. So I usually stream on the weekends. So this weekend on Saturday I play Vampire the Masquerade every Saturday, and then Sunday I'm streaming on my channel. I usually do D&D related stuff on Sundays, so feel free to come visit and hang out, talk about D&D stuff. I'm always happy to talk about more. So yeah, that's what I'm up to this weekend. I think that's it for me.
Yeah. So, you guys haven't been underneath a rock. You know that we set off on our first Rare Drop D&D session, Rare Drop Reckoning Hour, that debuted this Tuesday at 6 p.m. CDT, 7 p.m. Eastern. It is already up and over on Spotify, and the community is already ready to pitchfork me because I don't have any of my episodes on Spotify. But I don't have a staff either. There's just me. But you know what? It's goals, and I want to be there too. But if you haven't got to watch the episode, or you're in a spot where you can go audio only, it is over there. And it sounds oh so crispy. I love it. That'll be going on from now till hopefully forever. So you guys officially have 4 days of D&D. We'll keep hosting that channel as well on Tuesdays. So if you forget and miss it and you come over here on our side, it'll be directing you right back over. I'm excited for them to play D&D because they had to cancel yesterday. They weren't able to play. So I'm hoping the Sunday game goes off. I'm like, come on, who's ready? Who's ready to step up? Hey, just good old Reliable over here, Saved by the Spell Neon Regimes, just churning out D&D. It was awesome, though. Thank you guys. Just a huge thank you for everybody that came over there and instituted an awesome culture from what we have, and being supportive to the cast and tossing out emotes and bringing the energy. You guys set the tone in chat, and they were very impressed. I just want to say thank you, and you guys are awesome. Thanks for coming along the journey with us. It's a production art. We feed off of your energy, and you guys being super positive in chat makes all the difference. Love you guys.
That one's.
Me and Paul, I think, may have exercised a few demons for you. We rolled atrocious.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
Yeah. Just wait.
other than that, I did make big announcements about trying to get this shirt up and out. So it is my intentions to try and get this mobile store up. But it's the first time I've ever put made my own e-store. So I may just make a one-off listing for the DTD shirt. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about.
Show them, CaptainRoBear, exactly what you're talking about.
Got like 15 samples over here. I have to pull up the right one. God, I double clicked on one. I found just how bad, like with one company, you don't want to go standard shipping. Pay the extra $1 for a priority. I accidentally made a second order and it came, I was like, what is this? It's so long, I didn't even know that I had messed up the order. These are gorgeous. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, sick!
So good.
So cool.
oh,
Yeah, I'm getting one.
they're awesome. They're on Bella Canvas, 3,000 shirts. These are fantastic. We will be doing other versions of them. I know my man Adam loves his tri-blend, so we're gonna be getting on a tri-blend as well. I got samples coming back from it, but yeah, this is gonna be the first run on this bad boy. But it is light and comfy, and I'm very, very, very pleased with it. And it's red pops because
Nice.
this over here is what you don't want to see. It's faded. Yeah, we don't want this. We don't want
Wow.
this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Smells like pickles
So to
and shame.
confirm, RoBear has like gotten so many samples to find something really, really good, and we've talked about it extensively. So I'm really excited whenever I actually am able to get mine.
Once again, Old Reliable is going to make sure it's good before he lets you get a taste of it.
I am too much of a control freak. It terrifies me to to go this route. But like, okay, I'm like, all right. Hopefully they can do more than one shirt the right way. I'm like, all right, that's good.
Oh
but
man, I can't wait for like a little OG shirt. You know?
oh, dude, little OG on a shirt will be fantastic. But we know this is the route to go because nobody wants RoBear to rely on waking up and stuffing envelopes and getting them the mail in a proper fashion. That also is a poor idea. So not
Nobody
right now.
want that.
Not right now.
Reliable.
Hey, in some things, quality, audio, video, production,
Packaging. Nah.
waking up in the morning.
Speaking of production, Radio, if you have anything running in the background, go to Bare Bones. You're getting ISP'd.
ISP.
Yeah, so we have Neon Regimes tomorrow, normal time, 10 p.m. CDT, and it will go for the full meal deal all the way up to 2. Nothing crazy going on there. I just need everybody to send me a little good juju, all right? I'm in a wing cook-off on Saturday, and it's against all of my dad's friends. And I haven't cooked wings professionally, in about 4 months. And I'm not scared about my abilities. I'm just worried that the boomers are going to dock me because my wing sauce is too good. They're going to get jealous. They're going to band together and they're going to vote one of their bland sauces in. I know it. They just can't. It is not, my sauce isn't even that hot, but I know this. I know this going in. Theirs is going to be like over buttered. And I'm be like, oh, there's not a lot going on there. And like, mine's perfect because it is. It's tried and true. It's made it for 14 years. Sauce has made me a lot of money, but I need some help here. All right. Send some good vibes over to me. I don't need to be rolling no Adam ones. All right. Okay.
So
all
does
I'm
that mean
saying.
you don't want me to send good vibes?
Yeah. He'll just send you not ones.
yeah.
The good news is I'm 100% frying all the wings because they don't know how to do bone ends, and I got to teach them how to do bone ends. You can't sit there and fry a wing for 14 minutes. We got to do a 2-step confit process, so we're going full Tormund on those guys. I will report back with pictures from the lake. It'll be as close to a live blog as I can get when I gloat and finally win the wing cook-off, because if I don't, my own personal pride will be damaged. Other than that, I want to thank our usuals. Voodoo Ranger over here for hooking us up the entire year. Thank you so much for your support. If you guys have not gone out and tried Atomic Pumpkin yet, we were just talking about our pumpkin spice lattes. Oh, if I could speak. Good God, that was a bad one. That one may be my worst one of the week. Pumpkin spice latte, boys and girls. You got to give it a whirl. It's got a little bit of spice on the end. It doesn't oversaturate you with cinnamon or nutmeg. You get the pumpkin flesh flavor and then a good, nice little bite on the end. I challenge you, even if you're not the biggest of pumpkin beer fans, it is different enough to enjoy. I really dig it, and it's that spice that gives it enough balance. Sometimes they can be just so sweet they drown you out, and they're more dessert beers. You can still session this guy, so please go out there and try Atomic Pumpkin by Voodoo Ranger this week. It'll be flooding all your grocery stores soon. Hashtag live rangersly, but drink responsibly. And last not least, thank you to Roll20 and DnDBeyond.com. Thank you for providing all of the back-end structure to our D&D games. You guys are rock stars. Thank you. All right. Time to get back to daddy issues.
Not for real, Dad.
You don't know.
I have no idea.
Last week, on Tormund's quest, as you guys finished up a very awkward dinner at WILLOW-WORTHY, the estate of the Formic Issac Underwood. Dinner finally came to a head with a confrontation between Gale and his father, Issac Sr. where Gale had revealed to him knowledge of his involvement with the organizations that have been causing unrest inside the city of Neverwinter. After a tense moment of you, Dad. Oh, you guys couldn't hear it. You, Dad. Guys parted your way, showing your father your electrical form. Samara, too, having conversations inside of his room, denoting some level of involvement with what has gone on inside Neverwinter. But you weren't given enough time just to leave that estate, as assassins filled WILLOW-WORTHY as you fought to defend what was left of your family. Issac Sr. fell. A Rakshasa named Saban showing up, holding Gale's mother at knife point, causing Samara to trade her guild membership for her life. Saban left with parting words as he took Gale's father out of the state, that he shouldn't be so worried anyway. It's not his real father. This is where we will pick back up. Still in the estate in WILLOW-WORTHY.
Are we moments after that Rakshasa has just walked out the front door with the old man?
I'm assuming that's where you guys would like to pick up at.
Yeah, we'll start there. Tormund kind of creeps his head through the doorway. Are we okay with letting that cat take Gale's dad?
You're best letting him go.
I'm very much okay with whatever he wants to take right now.
What? Question? Why? He's just a cat.
It's more than that. Much more than that, Tormund.
How are you guys so paralyzed in fear over this whatever the hell it was? What was it? Why are you guys so afraid?
That cat is from hell, boy. That's why. Literally from hell. Can't even get rid of the damn things if you want to. Just keep coming back.
You kill it and it comes back over and over again.
Yeah. It heads for your ass when you do it. And it's got plenty of time on its hands. There's no telling how old that thing is. Probably didn't get a good look. But the hands are all wrong. Turned the wrong way. The Rakshasa. Nothing we need to be messing with right now.
But why the hell would he want Gale's dad?
That's a real good question. That we need answers to.
You should probably check on your friend first and his family.
Oh shit, where's Gale? Gale!
I'm trying to get the doors open to my sister's rooms that they were locked in or whatever. I'm trying to free them from those rooms.
Can you hear me yelling your name?
Yes. I'm over here.
Tormund dead sprints towards Gale's casual voice. How are you doing? You all right?
My sisters are in here. And can you help get the door open? It's locked. I don't have the keys.
Lay into it with both my shoulder and Stormbringer. What's the AC on that door? I'm gonna blast into
Stand
it.
back.
Go for it.
Oh, I really hope it just shatters this door. Thank God it's at least a 15. What's the AC on that door? How thick are these doors at Willowwood?
Well, luckily, this old Victorian house hasn't been turned into an old row fraternity house. So the doors are still structurally sound. Heavy doors. I've knocked down one myself. However, the locks were never sturdy on this. A lot of old skeleton keys. So you're gonna be able to pop. You're not knocking off the hedges, you're just bending the hardware. Hardcore. As you bust through. Just look over, you can see just trembling underneath a blanket over in the corner.
Is it both of them or is it one of them?
You don't know who it is yet.
It's all right. You're safe now.
Are they gone, Gale? Recognize it's the voice of Laura, your youngest sister.
Yes, they are gone. They are safe.
Just tears rolling down her face. Just in a state of shock. Takes her a couple of minutes before she gets up and runs over and gives you a hug.
Oh, I go over and I just sit down by her side until she's like ready.
I don't even know what happened. When I heard all the commotion, I just locked the door.
It was smart.
Miss Margaret told us to just lock the door.
Do you know where Katerina is?
I just did what I was told.
I
just did what I was told. I don't know.
You did well.
I don't know.
You did well.
I don't know.
I just give her a hug. You did fine. You did well. For now, I want you to stay near Tormund. He's going to keep you safe. He can kick anybody's ass that comes near you.
If you don't mind, I just want to stay near a door for a while.
Of course. I need to go check and see if I can find Katerina and Mom. I'll be back.
Okay.
No, get up and pause for a second. Walk to the door. And I look to Tormund. Can you stick around? Just to help keep her at ease?
Yeah, if you don't want to leave this doorway, I won't move from this doorway until you come back.
We need to check the doors in the hall and see if my other sister is here. My mother is upstairs. I need to go check on her as well. Can you help me with these doors?
So I swing Stormbringer in my hand.
Show me which door you want me to hit next.
I just yell out, Katerina! It is Issac. It is safe. If you're around, let me know.
Don't hear anything.
Okay, I need to go upstairs and check on my mother. Do you want to see if you can get these doors open and see if there's anyone hiding?
I don't know if somebody's gonna come out to me, but see what I can do about opening these doors. Go check out Mom. We'll work on this one right here.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna go head upstairs.
All right. Gail heads upstairs. Anybody else doing anything on the main floor?
I actually would follow Gale on the way up. I may not say anything to him, but I'll at least follow him. I'm gonna go check on his mother as well. So I kind of Gale, as you're going up the stairs, you may see me kind of following behind, but not immediately behind you.
I think it is best if you stay on the main floor.
I wanted to check on your mother.
I think you've done enough.
As you wish, sir. I'll wait down here.
Keep going.
I'll just wait downstairs. Kind of survey the area and actually what I'm gonna do is go into Issac Sr.'s room.
When I see Samara go to Issac Sr.'s room, I look directly over at Arkonan. Send a message. White on rice, Arkonan. Like white on rice. As I stand in the doorways over with Tormund.
I will cast Greater Invisibility and follow.
Ooh. Interesting.
Go ahead and roll a stealth check with advantage.
Oh, I want advantage. Alright, so 11, and because I'm smart and I didn't roll both of them, where's the other? Why did it go that reason? 17. 17 total.
Noted.
Damn it.
Can't wait for more emotes when we can make that one.
Noted.
I don't know. Namesake has it in there somewhere as a command. Yeah. You make your way up the steps to your mother's room. Walking in past the doorway. She's there. She's unconscious. You can see she's still breathing, but she's unconscious.
I'm going to, I'll verify that she's still alive, and then see if I can like wake her up at all. Like gently shake her and kind of lightly tap on her face. If not, then I'm gonna have to pick her up, and then I'm gonna just lay her in. Mother.
Yeah.
Mother.
Is that you, Gail?
It's me, Mother. It's Isaac. Yes.
Oh, God. Thank the gods you're alive.
Are you okay? Are you fine? Are you hurt?
No, I think I just fainted. It's all a bit woozy in my head. Isaac. What happened here?
They attacked. I don't know who.
They.
For certain. That is something I'm going to find out very soon.
Who is they?
I don't have all the answers at this moment. But I need to tell you something. They killed father.
No.
And took him.
No. 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 He finally got it over his head. They took him. You know he's dead.
He was
Isaac, do you know he's actually dead?
Yes, they... I believe they confirmed it. There's things I'm still figuring out. I'm sorry, Mother. We did all that we could.
I don't know who these people were. Last thing that I remember was the one that we trusted. Samara held a knife to my throat. And it's the last thing that I remember.
Samara held a knife to your throat.
I don't know what your father got involved with. Anything over his head. Then it cost him his life.
Just go on and hug her.
Who else is still alive? Yeah.
We're trying to figure that out. I don't know where Katerina is. Do you know where she's at?
I've lost track of everyone. The last I saw her, I told her to check with Miss Margaret and to find Samson.
I think both Margaret and Samson are dead. I'm not sure. There's things we still have to figure out. I'm not sure about Samson, but I saw Margaret. Look, I think it is best if we try to gather, keep everyone in the same place, and then we can
just give me some time. She goes over to her vanity. Clutching an old tin picture of your father. Tears running down her cheeks. Just give me some time. I'll be down. I'll be down in a few.
Do you see? I'm still looking for Esther too. Katerina is in Waterdeep, no?
I'm sorry, I meant to say that Esther was sent to Margaret. I got those confused. Katerina is
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I got them.
Esther is the one that's missing, yes. We put it together at the end. I was like, this is not right.
Yeah, they're flipped. Yeah, Katerina's
yes, Katerina's in Waterdeep.
In Waterdeep.
Maybe.
Yes.
I will see if I can find Esther. be back. Come down when you are ready. I think it is safe, but don't... You shouldn't be alone right now.
She just kind of collapses onto her vanity.
Then I turn, head downstairs.
Before you go downstairs, I'm going to do something. I'm rolling for chat's perception. This is going to be a new piece.
Ooh.
Hmm.
What's their plus?
I give them the general +1.
17 ain't bad, chat.
She lays her head down, tears rolling down onto that tin photo. She just digs her fingernails in as deep as she can get them, almost drawing blood as she rakes across that tin. As you were, Gail.
And I'm gonna go down and downstairs and call to everyone. Has anyone seen Esther? I'm still looking for her. We need to find anyone and everyone. We need to find out how bad it is.
How many doors in this hallway have I checked and popped at this point?
Roll a perception check, both of you. You could do so with advantage.
All right, I'll roll it in. 14.
14.
You-
Gail, you can do so as well.
Eight.
Difficult for you, but Tormund, you've seen some torchlight and candles as it looks like the staff all took shelter in the annex. You could see them all coming back out of the annex, huddled around a body in the backyard that looks like Miss Margaret's.
Gail. Outside. I think everybody's around Miss Margaret.
Do I see Tara?
Yeah, Tara's in the group. Tara, Lenny,
Ander.
Ander, yes.
Can we
Gail.
can we bring
Go-
her inside?
You want to watch Laura? I'll go get her.
Yeah.
Where you want me to put her?
Laura at this point just kind of gets up and grabs onto your arm, Gail, as if she's ready to step out. While this is all happening, Samara.
In the room, I would like to look. First, I want to look at the bodies of the assassins and see if there's anything on them, any notes or pamphlets or anything leading to their organization or where they're from. And then I'm gonna look kind of through the desk of Isaac Sr., see if I can find any, that note that he had and anything else.
So the note he had, he ripped up and tossed into the fire.
Damn.
Go ahead and roll that investigation check for those assassins' bodies.
Okay. Straight D20. 13.
Well, they don't have anything in their pockets, notes, anything that would incriminate them in that fashion. You do find a small boutonniere pinned on each of the cloaks. Very unsettling, familiar black rose. The inside lining of that cloak, a deep, deep burgundy color, almost black.
Okay. I won't do anything. I'll just kind of leave them there, but take note of that. And I'm gonna still just kind of do a rummage through his stuff and see if there's anything with black roses in his desk or anywhere. Any evidence of that.
Arkonan, where is your placement right now inside the room?
At a point where I can see her, but like I'm out of her way. So kind of if there's like an empty corner or something like that, or even like casually just sitting in one of his lounge chairs.
So, when you enter the room, the fireplace is on the north. You are on the south side of the room, up against one of the bookcases. To the east is his desk. She's checked the body that was near the middle of the floor. Now she's moving over to the desk. I need you to roll your stealth check with advantage. You've seen everything as she's looked for that body. Roll another investigation check, Samara, as you look through his desk.
Okay.
Oof. That is a 14.
A 3. Just a 3.
Samara, what is your passive perception?
My passive perception is 16.
Arkonan, as you lean back, holding yourself up against the wall, a little bit of one of the shutters seems to give way that's open up as you accidentally hit it with your hand as it slams and taps back up against the wall. This enough is to distract you before you're even able to pilfer through this desk where you want. You immediately look up as you pulled open the first drawer.
I'm gonna immediately look up and shadow step in that direction.
Seen it near the window, or you've heard it near the window.
I know you're here. I feel your presence.
Most people smell me first.
Is that the wizard? I recognize the voice.
I'll drop the invisibility.
Well, this isn't suspicious at all.
No. And they're very suspicious of me, so...
I was talking about me.
I know.
You're following me.
I was talking about you as well. If they're suspicious of me, I can't even imagine how suspicious they are of you. They're suspicious of me because I'm weird.
This isn't what it looks like.
I'm listening.
Sir Underwood, he was clearly involved in some things. And I was just trying to see if I could find any evidence. I'm on your side.
I mean, someone from the Nine Hells wanted his body. Logic dictates that he signed something somewhere, and you're looking for that.
Something like that.
What are the roses?
It's a lot to explain.
It's just you and I here.
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. And she says that with a smile, a smirk.
Alright. I mean, I've died before, so it's actually kind of exhilarating. It's a bummer when you come back, though.
Look, I'm just trying to help here. If you can find anything in this room that has that rose on it, that would be a big help. You could show it to your friends. I'm not trying to hide anything here.
How much is it worth?
How much is it worth?
Everything's a deal.
Being that your friend's father just died, I would say it's worth your life.
You don't know me very well, so I'll let that one go. My life isn't worth very much to me. This is just one journey on many journeys.
I don't even know what that means.
And now you know why they think I'm weird. I'm just fucking.
Samara. Yeah. At this point, she's just gonna walk away and continue to search.
Even in adulthood, still awkward at dances.
I'll start searching the bookshelf, see if there's any little jewel boxes or anything, or any cigar boxes or something like that.
After outgothing the goth, please roll an investigation check.
What the fuck?
Wow, we're rolling great on these investigation checks.
That's still a 10 though, so our investigation, let me make sure. I think it's a 10. Where's my little sheet here? Investigation. Oh, that's an 11 actually.
Ooh.
That's
Wait,
a lot.
do we still have inspiration from last game? Or did that go away?
No, I'd let you use your inspiration from last game.
Yes. Alright, let's do that.
Well, the DC was 13. Sorry. No, it's just...
There's no smoking gun. There's a lot of material to go over. But the one thing that you do pick up on, after just looking through the shelves, trying to see if there's any book that seems loose or moved, anything, if there's a part that looks more rummaged through than the rest, you just draw your attention back to that body, and you too see that black Baccara rose. Clipped on the inside of the cloak.
So where it's on one of his cloaks, or where specifically is it?
If you wanted to take that, yeah, it's like a boutonniere. It was just clipped, like literally pinned in. So if you want to play that you took that.
No, I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm gonna leave it.
All right, so yeah, Tim, that is the one thing
I'll do a detect magic just to circle the room, like. But I just want to make sure that nothing's gonna jump out and take my soul from me.
The only thing that lingers in the room is this edge of static electricity.
I wonder who that could come from.
At this point, you're pretty familiar with picking up Gale's pockets of emotion storm.
It always smells like pre-lightning, you know, when he gets upset.
Yeah, it's like taking your sheets out. It's impossible to make it back to the bed without being completely static charged. You probably touched the chain on your fan at some point in time and shocked the ever-living out of yourself.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
But yeah, I will. I'll take that pin.
And it is. It's a real flower, just pinned right in.
We have some other bodies we can compare this to.
Yes.
And I'll tap the body on the forehead and be like, I'll be back for you later.
Tamara will just kind of tilt her head at that, but... but yeah, I think that's all I'm gonna do in his room. Then I'll head out.
Gale, Tormund.
While he's grabbing Margaret, I'm going to just do a once over hallway and the entryway and just see if there's any sign of her or anyone else.
You make your way back towards the room where Tormund and Arkonan were locked away in. That's when you see just a little bit of her leg as you discover both the bodies of Esther and Samson. All with black Baccara roses pinned on their bodies.
I just go and futilely check to see if she's breathing or alive.
She is not breathing.
Check to see how it happened. Assume some sort of dagger or sword.
You can see dagger and short sword marks, as well as deep black veins in both their bodies. In particular, Samson's seems riddled with it.
Bend down, just grab her body and just kind of hold her for a second, and then eventually get up with it, walk out to the main area, start of tears in my eye. I just
This
kind of
point.
stand there. I'm just holding her. And I just look at whoever's still in the room, which Dirakt and Brayden, I think. And I just look down at her, and I look back at them, and what do I do with her? Where do I put her?
As you're holding her, Tara comes running in with tears in her eyes and just weeping, grabs onto you. And Esther's body as well.
Not far behind her, I'm walking in with Margaret's body in my arms.
Where do we put them, Tormund?
You got Esther too. Tormund already crying a little bit as he's been carrying Margaret's body. I don't know.
Miss Margaret did everything. She made sure that everyone got to a safe place. When she got us all tucked into the annex, she went running back into the house. She said that no one disturbs her house. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I just begin to take her to her room. And just quietly walk there. And then I just gently lay her down in her bed. Because it's the only thing fitting at this time that he can think of. And he just sits there. I am so sorry that you got caught up in this. Whatever it is. You deserved so much more. So much better. Hope that you are at peace. For I won't be until I know what happened here. We were never a perfect family. This is not the way. So sorry. And he just buries his head into her shoulder and cries.
Roll an investigation check.
I will voluntarily do so at disadvantage because I'm not looking for anything. I'm just here.
Enough said.
6.
Enough said.
And I will just be up there for a bit.
Tormund, we'll find out what the family would like to do with the bodies in a little bit. Let's go prep a spot over in the annex. Miss Margaret.
Lead the way, I'll follow. I'm not letting go of her until we find a good place.
We solemnly open up those back French doors, walking out into the rain. 1,000-year storm still raging. Lighting up our pathway just every so willingly with lightning strikes in the background. As we come back to the annex. Grab some of those fresh sheets. This'll do, Tormund. This'll do.
Lay the sheet down, I'll wrap her up.
Let's not wrap her up just yet. I'm sure they will want to come see her.
Dad taught me something. Just lay the sheet out. Let me show you. You can lay it down.
Yeah, he's no point in watching.
See, carefully lays Miss Margaret's body in the middle of it. Takes one side of the cloth, pulls it over, takes the other side of the cloth, pulls it back, all the while making this V across her chest. So he wraps it, carefully tucks it into her body, pulls it around, up and over again to make a wrap, but it also makes a hood around her face. So her body is covered, but you can still see her face. Just finishes wrapping and runs his hands across her face. Looks in his satchel, pulls out 2 copper coins, lays them over her eyes. That's how we had to bury Mom. I'll never forget it. Tormund turns his head and walks back into the rain from the annex.
As you head out the door, Dirakt just says a few words over the body after you've placed the coins.
Noctis Belaruska Meradamon. See you on the other side, old matron.
As he turns around, walks back, whatever engraving that was on the coin face up. Engraves itself just into a phoenix on top of that coin. And he joins you walking back outside and into the main estate.
After Gale will slowly walk down the steps, and he'll, as they always do in all old family movies, scenes, go to the side table. That's the decanter of whiskey, cups. Take the decanter, pour himself a drink, set it down, get it and stir it, take a sip, and then shoot the rest of it and set it down. And looks for his friends to see where they're at, and looks for Samara, see where she's at.
Samara, kind of just surveying the rest of the house or the mansion and just making sure everything's secured as possible. Kind of doing some checks, and then she will eventually try to look for everybody else.
And then I'll mosey behind Samara, but like long enough where it just kind of looks blasé and casual.
She doesn't really mind. She just kind of lets you follow while she's just moving around. First floor.
More for everyone else's sake. Like,
Yep.
We weren't in a room together. Don't
Yep.
look.
And then, yeah, eventually she'll kind of make her way over, try to find you, Gale.
Yeah, I'll just message Tormund. We need to have a conversation with Samara. She's involved. And then I'm just gonna outwardly, Samara,
Yes, sir.
as I pull a chair from the table and I basically slide it to the edge of the wall. Would you have a seat, please?
Of course. She kind of like stiffens up a bit, but quickly sits down. I'm sorry about everything that's happened. I truly am.
I just sit down a very large dragonborn barbarian standing behind the chair.
with enough room that you can't push it back if you try to get away from the table.
She doesn't seem moved by this. She'll just sit.
Your involvement in this is undeniable. So I would very carefully think about the next words you speak, for I am not in a forgiving mood.
I'm very sorry about...
I don't need your apologies. What happened? Who are they and how are you involved?
Samara takes a minute, kind of closes her eyes, meditates for a second.
As you start thinking, you can actually hear the grip tighten on Stormbringer on the side of your chair.
I did work for your father. He hired me. I work for many nobles within the city. But a lot of nobles, they're not the clean, pristine, goody two-shoe nobles that you may know in Neverwinter, the facade that they put on. Many of them also hire people like me to do their dirty work. When they don't want to get their hands dirty, people like me do it. Your father was no different. He got himself involved. Some people he probably shouldn't have. There's an organization. I normally wouldn't be telling people I barely know things like this, but it seems my involvement within the organization is not exactly pristine either. The people who came here to your house, Isaac, they are an underground organization. And she kind of pauses again for a second, takes a deep breath and just says the name. They're known as the Black Bakara. They're the people who killed your father.
Your people.
Not exactly my people. I had no idea this was happening. I swear to you, I had no idea.
No, you didn't. Are you sure? Is that why you held a knife to my mother's throat? Is that why you allowed them to come in? Why you persuaded us to let them take my father's body? You conveniently failed at everything you were supposed to do, which was protect my family.
I did no such thing. I swear to you, I did not.
Oh, I'm aware you didn't do anything. You stood there and allowed it to happen.
It was Saban. Saban is the one who did it. I helped your mother. He was going to kill her. He had a knife to her throat. He was going to kill her. I told him not to.
Well, that's convenient for you then, huh? Should I ask Saban? Maybe he will tell me. Oh, right. He's gone.
I don't know what he wanted with your father. I'm trying to figure that out myself. He wanted your father and your mother.
So what was your mission here? Clearly you were not working for my father. Clearly you were doing something else.
I told you. He hired me fair and square like all the other nobles do. They all contract me for work. What he was involved in was not what he hired me for. I'm not lying to you.
Gale is going to take out the immovable rod, and he's going to slam it into her chest and click it in place.
Oh, shit.
So it's enough to dig in deep, and it's locked there. Don't move.
As you do that, I'm going into a little bit of a rage, and she tightens up onto it.
What was your organization's means here? Simply to kill my father?
I don't know. I'm telling you, I don't know. Saban, he's one of the heads of the organization, a guildmaster. So whatever your father did, it was a big deal.
And when we were in the room, my father spoke to you like you were of right mind, aligned in some plan. Was he paying you to do something outside of security?
Not at the moment, no. The organization, the Black Bakara, there's a lot going on right now within the organization. There's a schism of sorts. A lot of infighting. I get contracted to do work, but I don't know everything that goes on. And I don't really know all that's going on right now, with the infighting. Perhaps your father was doing more than he let on. A lot of the nobles, they don't know about that kind of work. But he did.
You are very lucky that I hate my father and think he is a piece of shit. Because if I loved him, you would already be dead. I will do some looking around. And you better hope I find something. For your sake.
The rose. The black rose. It's the symbol.
Black rose. The ones on the body.
Arkonan's been in that doorway the whole time, and he's just twirling the rose. And this, assume a symbol.
Yes, That's the symbol of their organization.
What does that prove? I already know they were here. I already know they killed my father and my sister. And Margaret.
If you find any more of them,
what do you know of me?
I know not much. Your father, he didn't really speak of you much. I now know of your power. I saw it firsthand. You're involved with Talos?
Fuck Talos.
I mean, I don't disagree. I'm not a fan either.
What do you all think? As I look to the group.
As I lean down and press the chair in just a little bit more.
Tell me, little one. How did you save Gail's mom? What did you offer Saban?
I went upstairs. Because I saw him go upstairs, or... At least I think your wizard friend told me he went upstairs. When I was up there, he had a knife to your mother's throat. I told him to let her go in exchange for my favor within the organization.
What do you
So
owe
now-
this family? Why would you trade a favor like that?
To be honest, I don't owe them anything. This is just a job to me. And to be honest, Isaac Sr. at least, he was an asshole. And I hated working for him. But your mother, she was very kind. She was very kind in all of this, and I have standards. I wasn't just going to let him kill an innocent woman. As far as I know, she has no implications. I wasn't just going to let her die.
Hearing you say that, I'm going to step back a little from the chair and look at Gale. Very puzzled.
Look. I'm...
Insight 13.
She's tough to read. Braden Barley's in the room as well. He rolled a dirty 20 on an insight. He's still just listening intently.
I can help you all. I can give you as much information as I can. I can help you get to the root of this. The information I have about the Black Bakara. I'm on your side.
Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. So I like tap her on the shoulder and purposely just move her a little bit to cause some pain
Ow.
as I head to my father's office. And I walk in and see the bodies on the floor, and looks like it's been a little bit tossed. And I pull out a wand, my wand of secrets, and I cast it in the room to see if there's any hidden compartments, trapdoors, anything in the office that normally couldn't be found.
You can hear a false bottom unclicking from one of the side file cabinets attached to the large mahogany desk of your father's. You pull out several pieces of paperwork. Just flipping through, looking at the script, not even reading yet. Pieces, words omitted. Looks like there's several pieces redacted over the sheet, just invisible from your eyes. One thing that you do notice is the emboss of the black rose inside of that parchment paper.
Can I make sense of any of the paperwork?
You let me know how much time and you can skim read it.
I mean, it's kind of important, so I think I'll spend a few minutes just going through things. He's like skimming, but he's like trying to like, if it's like sectioned and he can tell these are like, here's something and then here's another thing, and like if
No
they're different
problem. I got it.
reports or anything. Yeah.
You're able to tell that there's a contract. Hiring services, names are redacted. Purposes are redacted. But there is a solid contract here in place with terms and payment.
Are the dates listed on when it's supposed to be completed?
Indefinite.
What about payment? Is it upon completion or?
No, ongoing payments. From what you can tell in this contract, you have ongoing monthly payments. You can see your
any
father's
financial
signature down at the
documents?
bottom.
Is there another signature or is that right?
It contains your father's. You don't see any other signatures on the sheet.
Are there any financial records in this?
No.
If not, I want to look for his financial book and see if I can see anything.
Going through the books is going to take some significant time to find a piece, but you can certainly find his books, and you have them in your possession.
I'm just going to store all of that away, except for the file. And I'll walk back out. and
While you were in the back. Before you come through. Or at least kind of step to the outside with Dirakt.
She's lying. She's cooler than the other side of the pillow. What do you think, old man? It all stinks. I think it all stinks.
Anybody else doing anything before Gale walks back in?
I'll just pipe up from the corner, from the doorway, and... Is everybody bad cop? Who's good cop in this situation? I have to be good cop, don't I?
That's right. You're the good cop this time.
I'm the good cop. We're all in a lot of trouble.
Good luck getting his sleep tonight.
Tormund, are you doing anything?
I'm just sitting there with our new friend.
Yeah, I'm just staring at all of you. Just
Gale,
staring.
Coming back into the room. I'll let you guys go refill your beverage.
Cool.
Oh,
Chicken.
this may be my.
I told Tracy I'm coming at you hard. So you just
How about that zinger in the first 10 minutes? Oh, this has been so much fun to soundtrack. Oh my God.
it's been awesome.
Like getting a soundtrack freaking True Detective season 1.
No. I saw the immovable rod and I was like, this is too good to pass up.
Dude, that was so good.
Good old wooden pickle. I shall right through.
I got him on lock. Chat, what are you thinking so far? You guys know more than they do.
You guys have all the cards right now.
How about Tracy getting thrown in this situation? Can you imagine picking up in the middle of a D&D group with what we placed on her table? Lockie, I don't trust anybody in the actual party.
All I can say is good God.
I had one more twist.
Barbarian does what barbarian does. You got to back your brother's play.
Yeah. Oh, dude, so good. Can we all give a round of applause for Tracy having to hop into this situation?
I almost feel like I need to send Tracy a steak dinner after this because holy God, it's getting the nth degree. It's like it was a situation to go into it, but quite literally now you've got 3 to 4 very suspicious people. I don't know how Braden feels about this, but everybody's kind of looking at Samara like, we're all here because of you, and explain right now why we don't kill you and put you on the board next to the rest of them.
It's Tracy's own fault because I already knew she was talented. So
Hey, I wrote the backstory. I am the one who said I want to be part of an underground organization.
Hey, I will tell you right now, even though it's not, this bud's for you.
This Magweiser's for you. You killed it.
Oh,
Oh my
gosh.
God, you and Adam have killed it.
I really feel
man.
like I've been on the outskirts of like a cop drama where,
Yeah.
you know, where,
totally.
where Officer Ditz is standing behind the chair for the suspect, and then you got Officer Horowitz who's sitting there in front with his donut just grilling away.
Literally, some of the context flavoring on descriptions of pieces of music I have say crime scene. They never get that specific usually within my soundtracking, but literally 4 of these pieces have quote unquote crime scene. I was like, dude, I'm getting True Detective season 1 vibes.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying season 1. Season 2 was crap.
Agreed.
I'll be right back. I'm filling up mine.
Go do it.
I mean, if Samar's still alive when I get back, says in my condolences.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
you
go
guys were
anywhere.
Like, oh man,
Or
Tracy
some of
and
them
Adam
might
killed
explain-
that. I'm like, well, I haven't killed her yet.
I mean, I'm shocked. I'm amazed. I'm playing in the game, but I'm sitting at the edge of my seat. So you know what? You can't hear me clapping because of RTX, but kudos to you. You absolutely slayed the scene. OG has your Oscar on the way out.
Oh man, yeah, that was intense. That was really intense. Being interrogated
not-
was scary.
It's not over yet.
Oh god.
Some
Hey.
of it reminds me of like scenes in The Wire or what's that Claire Danes show with Mandy Patinkin? I can't remember what it is. But like the super intense interrogations that go on in that show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm literally in an immovable rod right now. I cannot move.
Between a fat dragonborn barbarian and
Yep.
a movable rod,
Yep.
and probably a very heavy oak chair as well.
Yep. Oh man.
So much mystery. So much.
I cannot believe that. Oh, that Rakshasa framed me. Oh, I am so upset. Like, I visibly was upset at that moment when he said that, when she said that. Oh,
Wait, she thinks I did it?
yeah. I was.
Son of a bitch.
Oh my god.
And you know, just this is table talk here. I mean, that calls into question perception that we all have. If
Mhm.
she saw that, who knows what the rest of us saw? If that's what we saw,
I have
Mhm.
an even darker thought that
I don't want-
to bring to light.
don't even start with me. Don't even start with me, kid. You just wait till the captain comes back and you save for the table. And a silence falls across the crowd.
You know,
Two
it's
men
like
enter, one man leaves. Detective Gale Everstorm is on the case.
it was a dark and stormy night. I had just gotten done with an emotional family dinner. My father was murdered in cold blood, taken out. Most of the time I can stop the rain, but sometimes I let it fall just so I could feel something.
Frank Miller is cooming right now.
As I stand there with my number one suspect, I'm torn between finding out the truth and the nature of what really happened and ripping her to shreds.
Give me more. I'm salivating right now. Seriously, this is like the start of Sin City 3.
She's hard to read. It makes sense. Working for a shady underground organization. It's the subtle details you look for. She masks them well. She's shifting blame to my father. I never trusted him to begin with. Likely out, but potentially worth investigating. Anyway.
Bravo. Can we get the OGs in chat, please? Can we get OG Oscars in chat? That was amazing. Absolutely
I'm
freaking
saying
amazing.
that in a black and white screen, smoking a cigarette.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
if I had the
Noir.
ability to change that all to black and white while you were doing it, I would have 110%.
Complete
Oh.
noir right there.
Yes, give me the OG Oscars in chat, you bastards. So good. Now that the fan fiction is over, Captain RoBear.
At least it's that type of fanfic.
Chat did say OnlyFans whenever you pulled out the movable rod.
Chat, you can get more of this enticing fan fiction by subscribing to RoBear's channel for the low price of $4.99, or if you have Prime Gaming, it's free.
Look at Shady Man with the black and white on OG. That's dope. I got it. Picking back up inside that room.
I walk around, still kind of like thumbing through the file, thinking, and I look at everyone around me, and I spot Arkonan, who is undeniably the smartest in the group. And I just file through, walk over, and I just hand him the file. Read this. Let me know what you think.
And I will just begin to shut everything out and read.
Adam,
Wow.
you have an arcane recovery.
Hell yeah.
All right, so you're going through financial records and files. You're going to be able to get the same pieces of information that Gale has, ascertain the same rows as on the parchment paper. Several pieces are redacted. And if you want to start digging into financial records, you can start doing it. You know how books run. Go ahead and give me a perception check on the books.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to use that inspiration that I got from CaptainRoBear. Yes. That is a total of 19.
I mean, they're 100% cooked. You know that there's whatever payments were made are not on these books. There's no legal record of what is transpiring on these papers. You don't know the amount. Clearly redacted.
Mhm.
But there's the other books are tight, and what you can tell is slim pickings, man. Starting to get rough at the estate. Not nearly as much coming in with business being shut down, and it's hitting hard. Hitting very hard.
Well, Gail, it seems that Tormund's review of dinner was a review of what's been going on here lately. There's a lot of red in this book. There's also a lot that this book doesn't say. There are a few numbers missing. Your dad did a good job of trying to cover it up, but there's certain places where some pen strokes were made. Money went somewhere, and it's not in this book. And business has really not been coming in, so he's kind of burning himself at both ends on this one.
What is the usual outcome, Samara, when clients cannot make payment?
Can't make payment. Certainly should not be coming to the Black Bakara. If you don't get paid, you disappear.
And were you getting paid?
Yes.
I
You have
was.
been paid. You have not even been paid late.
Did he know that you were involved?
Well, I thought he didn't know. I try to keep that life private from the nobility in Neverwinter. But it seems, more recently, he somehow found out. Which leads me to believe he was definitely getting involved with things he shouldn't have been getting involved in.
Why would they want his body?
Like I said, if something goes wrong with the Black Bakara, you disappear. Why he wanted your mother is beyond me. Perhaps she's involved as well.
Where is my mother? She should be down here by now. Mother! Mom, are you okay?
You can begin to hear footsteps coming down the banister rail. As she makes a beeline to Laura first. As they embrace each other. Laura losing it just a little bit. They're all gone, Mother. They're gone. He embraces her, holding her in the back of the head. We'll handle this together. We'll handle this as a family. She hears you calling out. She just kind of peeks over, looking in the room just a little bit. A little bit looks back your way, Gale. Isaac?
Yes.
She comes over and gives you a hug. Thank you for being here. We would no doubt all be dead if it weren't for you and your friends.
Of course, Mother, always. What did you know of Father's business dealings?
You know your father. He didn't want me anywhere near involved. Samara showed up at our doorstep one day. No vetting. Just there the next day. Your father told us to trust him. And if we needed to stay out of it, there was no convincing of him otherwise. She nervously kind of fixes her hair in a bun.
This was a lot to process. What happened upstairs with Samara and you?
I was getting myself ready for bed. Last thing that I remember about the vanity. Brushing my hair. And as I pulled that brush down to the last of my ends, cold knife was placed up against my throat. And as it was held there, I said a prayer and thought about the rest of my family. I said, if you're going to do this, make it quick. And just spare my children. And as I looked at her face in the mirror, it was the last thing I saw before I went unconscious.
Arkonan. You are apparently our resident specialist in the weird. How does this track to you?
Honestly, this doesn't track very weird at all. I mean, I've been in financial trouble before. I've done some not so great things for it because of it. I've also come from this type of background, so I know what status means to you people. Some people will do anything to keep their family name, including deals with the devil.
This rock Sasha, does it have powers? Does it alter minds? Does it change reality?
What I do know, well, what we've seen is obviously it can shapeshift. The one thing I do remember from some of the books I've come across is that there's always a warning against magic use against it. Seems that just hitting in the face is the way to do it. Now, to what extent they can wield magic, I'm not terribly certain. But it's a creature of hell, so it's got to have some sort of power behind it.
Dirakt and Barley will roll history checks. Farthest left is Dirakt's, farthest right will be Barley's.
Go! Get it! Get it!
Let's
Get
go.
those nat 20s, chat.
Let's
Get those
go.
nat 20s.
If chat recalls, I rolled a natural 20 on my history check just to know what a Rakshasa was. So.
Dude, we know everything.
Everything, yes.
Well, I'll have you know that Rakshasas actually.
Actually, when you kill them, they just keep coming back.
Yeah.
Ori, they have the ability to charm, there is no doubt about it. They can take hold in a person's mind, not to mention their own disguise. They can get in your head. They can plane shift and they can see everything. Aye. Everything that Dirakt says is true. They're bad mama jammas.
Something about the conversation that he's having with his mother doesn't sit right. And then he thinks back to what he's seen thus far. And he goes over and he starts looking for a dagger that might be on Samara. Because it doesn't seem like she's the type to wield a dagger.
And she does not have a dagger. She has a quarterstaff on her back, some darts, and her fists.
Let me see your hands.
Sorry, it's just a little painful. She'll kind of like shift a little bit with the rod and hold out her two fists. They're wrapped in these bandage-looking wrappings. They're a little bloodied, 'cause she was in combat. As a matter of fact, she's not really looking that good. She looks a little beat up.
I'm going to just like smack the top of your hands. See if there's a reaction.
Nothing. Just keeps the fists out. They hard as a board.
Did any of you see her attack? Or any of you assailed by her?
As a matter of fact, I followed her into your father's study. Invisible. She didn't pull a knife on me. And that would have been the time to do it.
Yes, he was not invisible for very long. Not very good at that.
It's a new spell. Just settle down, alright? In fact, I haven't seen a blade anywhere near her. And then I just slowly, head turned towards the mom.
Are you trying to imply that I wasn't assaulted in my own home?
Not at all, ma'am. I'm trying to ascertain the actual person and or thing that assaulted you.
Mother, this thing that attacked you can do many things to one's mind. What my friends say is true.
We also watched it shapeshift from your son-in-law into its true self and then back into another character that I have no idea who that person is.
Didn't some of you see Saban go upstairs also? I followed him.
I watched him fly upstairs in front of my eyes. I locked the door and I cast a spell on it so it wouldn't open. He clearly knew what I did and went, just levitated. I like that spell, so if anybody finds that, please give it to me. But, nonetheless, I watched him fly. I watched him shapeshift.
He was upstairs. The minute your friend said the word, Rakshasa, I knew it was him, and I knew it was no good. Which is why I followed him. And that's where I saw him, with a knife around your mother's neck.
Is there a way, as I look to Dirakt and Braden, is there a way to see if my mother has been affected? If there is some enchantment or spell over her? I just want to make sure she is okay. I don't know what this creature is capable of.
I believe me and Braden both have the tools if you need to proceed.
Please, I just want to make sure my mother is okay.
There will be no such treatment in my household. I know what I saw.
If you can't come to terms with the reality that's in front of your eyes, Isaac, I will give you the time as my son. But tonight, this estate will be free of everyone else, our family. As we will grieve for your sister and her fiance. And for poor Miss Margaret.
I'm gonna look at Gale. I'm gonna look at Dirakt. I'm gonna kind of look at Dirakt and go, but get in my head, dude.
What do you think, Tormund?
Listen. Gale's mom's got something screwed in her head. She's seen Margaret. She's seen Esther. She doesn't know about Samson. Samson hasn't been brought out yet. No one's pulled him out. There's something in her head. She's not right.
After she got done talking to Laura, she looked in the room. She looked that way.
She didn't go down the hall.
I'm telling you, she got eyeballs on it.
You're sure?
I'm not saying that it's not fishy.
It's fishy.
Not saying that it's not. If I just rip off and cast greater restoration, this whole thing can blow up. I'll do it, but I'm gonna do it whenever Gale tells me to do it.
Let's stay with Gale and back his blade.
Do it on his command.
Something wrong with his mom. And I'm not saying I believe her either, as I kind of look down. Just saying, just something's off here.
Gale. Give me the sign. I will cast greater restoration. With Braden, but it is your call.
I am worried that there is some sort of lingering effect. Something sinister. My mother is a stubborn woman. Please. Do it. Go to my... And I kind of take her face in my hand, start talking to her. I wish that I could have been faster. I wish that I could have been stronger. I wish that we could have seen this coming. I said some things to him. Awful things. And I'm just jumping into her, both as an honest, somewhat mostly honest feeling, trying to comfort her, but also trying to distract her.
Right. I have her passive perception. Braden and Dirakt, this will be with advantage. This is sleight of hand for them. And then it's performance.
Yikes.
Wow.
At least there's an advantage on that.
Hand gesture's gonna go off without a hitch
Polar
as you
opposites.
lock in.
Woo!
Oh.
As they are gonna go off of your play. Slowly casting Greater Restoration. Isaac. I don't know what to think about all of this. As you can see the spell linger and creep up slowly outside of her body. As you can see it sink in subtly as they both finish casting. Couple beads of sweat roll down and merge with her tears. It's just so much to take in, my son. It's just so much. And she begins crying on your shoulder.
Hold her and say, we'll get through this. Get through this.
My head hurts so much.
Head hurts?
She just kind of collapses a bit in your arms.
Mother? She
Still breathing. I'm fine. This is just wish I got to see him one more time. That's all. Do what you wish with her. I will tend to the family. I will respect your wishes. But I must get this estate in order.
came out. You should rest.
There will be no rest tonight. My sweet Isaac. There will be no rest tonight.
It seems like a slight change in mood. Not accusing her anymore. Grief shows its way in a lot of emotions, Gale. We're gonna have to watch this.
Just want her better. As I lead her to Laura. Ponder for a bit.
Samara shifts again uncomfortably. Ugh. In this immovable rod. Ugh.
Gale kind of walks over, takes a deep breath, and just rubs his hand together, and you see this subtle form of electricity kind of arc around his hands. And then he reaches down and he undoes the immovable rod, places it back in.
For a second there, I thought you were going to electrocute me.
There still may be time for that. But right now, you are the best lead I have to figuring this out. I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to make of you. But I can tell you this. For now, you're with us. Not by choice, but because I demand it. As current acting head of the House Underwood.
Well, I'm still under a contract, so technically you are my boss.
Tormund pulls your chair back, pulls you up by the arm, and gives you a hug. Welcome to the family. Spins you out.
Oh,
Hey, just make sure you pay her on time. Ain't that the...
What I was thinking, Tormund, but
Oh,
your payment,
sorry.
Your payment is your life for now. And if something comes of this that you speak through, even more so, then perhaps maybe it'll be a little more open. But if you do another thing against me or my friends or my family, I will fry you.
she puts her hands up. I've seen what you can do. Scary. Don't want to mess with that.
That's just the tip of the storm.
Yeah, about that. This whole storm thing.
Oh, we got a campfire tale for that. That's a whole deal. It's a thing. It's
Yeah, you know what? Maybe. Look, I just got to know you guys. Maybe that's for another day.
I believe my mother requested that no one but family here tonight.
You're, we can make do in the annex.
Apology.
It's a roof over our heads.
slept in worse. Slept with worse.
Hey, that's where I usually sleep anyway. Can get nice and cozy.
In the morning, we will tend to the fallen.
could use a rest.
Joe walks over and pours himself another glass of whiskey.
As I walk by him, I'm gonna grab it out of your. I'm gonna grab the glass out of your hand and drink it. Set it down in front of you. Family. I'm gonna walk towards the annex.
Dirakt and Barley will follow.
Right. I should probably get going as well. Unless there's anything you need. Isaac, sir.
Don't fuck us over.
I don't plan on it.
Dismissed.
I'll head over to the annex as well.
Gail, is there anything else you want me to take a look at?
Perhaps, but for now that is good.
Fair enough.
As kind of walk him, and I just give him the document that I already had. Hold on for me, okay?
Yeah, I got this.
And then I'll turn back in and go be with my family.
And I'll catch up to Samara and then just kind of nudge her a little bit and be like, don't worry, he threatens to electrocute all of us daily. It's his thing.
And you all put up with that?
I threaten to turn him into zombies. He threatens to electrocute me. It's a cute little back and forth, you know.
Very interesting group you have.
I'm lying through my teeth. He never does that. I would take it as an actual threat, so.
Good to know.
Yeah. Hopefully that doesn't bruise, and I poke her right where the rod was, and I run.
Tormund. Looks like we'll be sleeping with one eye open tonight.
I don't want to talk about it.
Be careful.
When we get to the annex, I will do the same thing that I did with the inn. I will set Eric outside the door to watch, and then I will lay my silver thread around the door so that casts alarm.
Lay down your provisions. Isaac's staying with his family and the rest in the annex. You guys get yourselves all situated for a long, restless night of sleep. Go ahead and click the long rest
Woo.
on your sheet. An uncomfortable long rest. Your alarm does not go off. It does not summon you in the middle of the night, Arkonan. Wake to another rainy, dreary, gray day. in Neverwinter.
Hate this town.
Great weather we have, right?
Hell, I'm starting to get used to it. Eventually in the winter time when the days grow short, this means you get to the border sooner. This is a border kind of day every day.
Tormund's still lying in bed. Just go to the bar now. Gale's with his family.
My boy, there's a perfectly able bar cart right over there.
The bar came to us.
Perfect. Glass. Fill it up.
Do you always start your morning like this?
And you don't?
I mean, normally it's like Bulgarian coffee. You know, you throw a little whiskey in your coffee and you're good to go, but...
It's the equivalent of the steampunk Keurig. Dirakt can't figure it out. He's looking over and it's like this metal ball. And
What the hell?
you can actually see the little bit of redneck in him. He's actually started a small campfire out back and kind
I
of
did
tucked
just
it up
push him
next to
out
some
of-
ivy.
I push him out of the way and I start making espressos.
Well, how the hell was I supposed to know that?
You're not. This is rich people stuff who don't like campfires, who don't like making their own stuff.
Fine,
Tormund brushes by you to the bar cart, gets a glass and fills it with whiskey and just a little splash of OJ. Goes out and sits by Dirakt's little ivy fire over here.
if anybody wants their Irish coffee chunky, it's fine over here.
And he's gonna have one of both. He's gonna have your espresso, and he can't waste that. It's like it's trying to like throw out your old man's Folgers. You just can't get rid of it on him.
Yeah. It still comes in a tin can. Somehow.
So, might as well make the icebreaker. Samar, did you do it?
Oh my god!
Samara just stands there, kind of awkwardly away from the rest of you, as she's still like kind of unsure. Tilts her head.
He's not a.
Yeah, don't worry. I mean, we don't have. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna go through Gale anyway. Might as well be honest to the peanut gallery. We're all here drinking coffee. You didn't kill me overnight, so I figured I might as well ask.
Even Braden looks over and he's like, "Good God."
I think I'm wearing off on you, old man.
I'm gonna insight check her.
I did not
Say
do
that
it.
out loud.
Inquiring minds want to know. The older you get, the more direct. I don't have all these years to wait around to find out and play Sherlock Holmes. Thought I'd ask.
Oh man, you're just gonna come back in another body. Like, why are you so afraid of dying? Why do you always say you have so many years left?
Don't get started with me. My bullshit filter has already been filled, Arkonan. I'm eyeing the prize.
I mean, it's very interesting. Your god is very like cyclical. You just keep coming back. Mine just sends me into another place. I don't know which is worse, really.
I wish Miss Margaret was still here to give you oranges. Put it in your mouth like a pacifier.
I mean, they were pretty good oranges.
Muhammad bless her spirit. She was a spitfire for sure.
I overheard him talking in the hallway. Said she didn't want to be buried. I thought it was odd. All she's ever wanted to do was protect this place. And I heard little Laura said that she wasn't going to be around sucking snot in a pine box. Said that they better dump her ass in the garden and have the best damn tomatoes they ever had.
Braden knows a thing about tomatoes, but if I have my way, we'll send her out on a pyre in the backyard and we'll take her ashes and bury them in that tomato garden. Then old Shanti can have whatever she needs for those tomatoes.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of up, but a woman's wishes are a woman's wishes. That's what we will do. I'm sure the rest will be more traditional.
Better get Mrs. Underwood to sign off on it because it seems like Gail's tugging on her apron strings again.
Yeah. Give him a little bit. It's kind of a football weekend. I don't like all this ambiguity.
Now, we definitely deal more in absolutes. Don't we, Samara?
Deal in absolutes.
You didn't do it, right?
I already said no, I didn't do it.
Conscience is clear. Why the tone?
Third time's a charm. Did you do it?
If I'm going to be interrogated during all of this all the time, I'd rather just
do it. You'd rather just do it. That's what she admitted it. She did it. Mystery solved.
No.
Shut up, Arkonan. I was only joking. You took it too far.
We all trusted you enough to sleep in the same annex. If our actions don't speak louder than our bullshit, I don't know what to tell you.
Here. Drink some of this whiskey and orange juice. It'll make you feel better.
Samara, you could have offed me in that office with a flick of your wrist.
yeah, I probably could have.
That showed me everything I needed to know.
And also, I don't drink on the job.
You're not working anymore. Whiskey, orange juice. Let's go. Come on.
I'm still employed under your friend Issac.
Whatever contract you were on, it was bullshit too.
Whiskey, orange juice. Come on. I got some right here by whatever the hell they call this as a fire.
Maybe she's a teetotaler. She doesn't want to drink.
I do love tea.
I mean, you could make a whiskey tea if that's the way you want to go, but I mean...
That'd be...
All right. Fine then, old man. You want whiskey OJ, this is pretty damn good, I'll tell you right now.
She earned her life in 24 hours. She can learn the trust from the boys club tomorrow. Leave it to be the sense in the group. We still got work to do as well. As he goes to the cart and drinks what you poured.
Just a look up. That was for her, not you, you giant asshole.
Finders keepers.
You took it from my hand. That wasn't finding. That was
Losers
offering.
sweepers.
Yeah, the two of you, two peas in a pod all day long.
As he goes and he puts his friar hood up. Get your shovels, boys. Holes aren't gonna dig themselves.
You get your shovel. I'm gonna go find some firewood for Miss Margaret.
Get your big ass over here. Yeah. What are you currently doing inside?
Gale sleeps, but it's restless, and it takes him a while to get there, and a bit of alcohol as well. He spent a long night thinking and replaying everything that happened. The things he said, the things he did. And it just seems to always come back to a point where he hears the words, "He's not your real father anyway." And it's this struggle to understand what that means, or why he would say something like that to him. For eventually, sleep out of pure exhaustion takes him. And as he wakes up the next morning, he's in his big king-size bed with his silk sheets and his multiple pillows, the drapes hanging around. And he just lays there looking around. He kind of sits up, looks at the room around him, the room that he grew up in. And the first thing that he thinks of is that same phrase. And he gets up, just kind of walks the room a bit, and then looks outside and down to see his friends around a campfire, drinking coffee, even in the rain. Kind of smirks to himself, thinking, probably help with that if I was there. And he just kind of watches as the rain patters on the glass, kind of putting him in a trance. As he takes a look behind him at everything around him, and he goes back and he sees them, and he sees Samara standing slightly away from them. He throws on his cloak, quietly exits the room, and heads downstairs and goes towards the back door. And he exits the house, and he walks up as they're grabbing shovel, and he just says, "Well, I have two things to say this morning. First, Samara, you're fired. It is not my place to hold the contract in place when I know in my heart of hearts that I am not an Underwood. I made a choice some time ago that I would be who I wanted and needed to be. And it wasn't until this morning that I really knew that to be true. So, as Gale Everstorm, I would ask that you would honor our previous agreements and help me find out what is going on. I do not fully trust you. I don't know if I'll ever be able to. But I feel like this would be a good start.
I understand. Gale, is it?
Yes, it is. Everstorm.
Gale Everstorm. Seems like you and I are in a similar boat here, because I too want to find out what happened and get to the bottom of this. I understand that you and your friends may not be fully trusting. But I will do what I can to help.
Good. Then you can start by digging.
What's that second thing, Gale? And as I say that, I pass my flask over to Samara.
She'll take a swig. I'm off the job now.
While you pass your flask, I throw my shovel over to Gale. Since you're Gale instead of Mr. Underwood, sir, you can help us dig some holes.
My second point. I figured you would all want to be a little bit dry while digging. As I just kind of like wave my hands as, for the first time, Samara, this void, kind of clear void, just like ripples out, and all of a sudden the rain and wind just doesn't seem to hit as this bubble appears around, and the storm ceases, at least to directly impact or hit you.
Well, that was really cool.
Dirakt and Barley take their hoods off. They've been standing there in full coats, covered, each letting their mage hand have a grip on the other piece of the shovel, watching their work.
Last thing. Who made the coffee?
You see, that's a joint project.
I couldn't figure out the coffee machine, so I made the espresso.
It depends on whether you want chunky peanut butter or smooth. They're both there.
Oh.
Gale, I opted for the whiskey and orange juice. Got some more right here if you want it.
Just push
He
it.
just grabs it and then just takes a drink. And then he just immediately goes and gets him a cup of coffee and just starts drinking. And then he just gets a shovel.
Start digging. If we all do this together, it goes a lot faster. Same. Look, I'll even opt to use my fists. Somebody wants to take a shovel. If there's not enough.
You beating up the dirt. Just
Just saying.
the shovel.
I wanted to show off a bit too.
I kind of want to see the fisting. I can use the shovel.
You know, buddy, say what you want. She might be a killer, but she's a hell of a worker.
It's true. You guys see Samara like digging her hands into the ground, and it's like her arms seem to just be moving really fast, like a flurry of just arm, dig, and she's just like pulling out dirt in this like flurry of movements.
I now have 2 shovels in my hand. And I just passed one to the side of me, and it looks like I'm gonna drop it, but then it just floats and starts digging as I cast Unseen Servant.
Barley
Y'all
has...
got
Go ahead.
y'all got some pretty cool tricks up your sleeves, all of you. What do you guys got?
I make coffee in the morning. Oh, there'll be plenty of time for parlor tricks. Wait till you see the rest of these dipshits in action. You got a taste today. You'll get the full meal deal in a week. You'll be sick of them in a month. Come on, Braden, let's go get the box for El Douchebag. Well, I shouldn't say that.
Say it was Samson.
For Samson. He lived on a shitter, he died on a shitter. Oh, would you just... You're unsufferable this morning, all because he couldn't figure out the coffee maker. Go, let's go get that box. That's not my fault, I don't know that. Get on with it, old man, you're even wearing me out. Your gout got you today, good gods.
Let him have it, Braden. It's the shit I deal with every morning.
You'll have hair growing in your ears if you listen to him for too long.
Explains this weird tickle I've had.
As you guys spend the better part of the morning readying for the inevitable. As you guys get everything in place for both Miss Margaret and her pyre. And for the burial of Esther. And for taking Samson to wherever Samson needs to be taken to.
Compost pile.
Dirakt certainly wouldn't mind. But Miss Margaret would probably be offended.
Dare you compost such trash here?
Rest of Gail's family that's left and the staff prepare as they emerge from the back of the estate, dressed in black with parasols. As they all gather for the last rites. Of the fallen. Gail, your mother Just clutching hold of that picture of your father. As she steps out. She gives it a long, lasting stare. And gives it one final kiss. Before she takes it. And lowers it into the grave. As the rest of the group is helping with lowering Esther's body down, bringing Miss Margaret over to the pyre where she's already resting. She takes a deep breath in. May they all rest eternally in Willow-Worthy. Where they all had the best of times. I will miss you, Isaac Sr. But I will try to do as you always wished. Carry on with this estate. And continue to make this family name proud. Even in the face of all of this adversity, we will come together as a family. But that was always your wish. As she hugs her daughter close.
Tormund will help lay Esther into the grave. Walk over to the pyre. Grab Tara by the hand. Pull over towards look at her. It's a rite of passage. Got a feeling she was training you for this moment. She'd probably want you to take over. As he leans down, blows fire into the bottom of her pyre. Steps back with Tara. Fire starts to take hold. Lets go of her hand. Walks over back to Gale. Tough broad. Trying to tell me to take off my shoes.
She was a wonderful woman.
She was a powerful woman. She knew her place. If I disrespected her, I'm sorry. Not too many people put me in the naughty corner. Can only imagine what you grew up with, Kale. Just remember, you're more than just your blood. Family of those who are around you, who are always there for you. Don't forget it. They're your family. We're your family. And we'll always be your family.
You guys see four gentlemen pull up on Stagecoach as they get out dressed in rain gear. All donning heavy plate mail. They exit out and get closer. You can see them to be all non-mercenary, elite guards of the House of Protection. I'm sorry, the Hall of Protection. As they've all solemnly taken their helmets off. And have made their way over to the funeral and taken their spots. Just observing. And watching the end. As that fire burns bright over Margaret, it's Margaret, and a last bit of dirt piled up over Esther. You can see they instinctually go, are pointed in the direction of the pine box for Samson. Those protectors put their helmets back on and take that pine box back to their coach. And take their place back in the funeral procession. He always said that he was raised in Willow-Worthy. He would die in Willow-Worthy. Stubborn man, for which I had no doubts. But I would have never imagined it would be this way. And we would lose so much. As a family. But as it may be, today starts a new day. The House of Underwood shall move on and grow and prosper. For it was always his wishes. But for those who seek to sow chaos into this house, I will show you no mercy. As she pulls out a small box. Mechanically, it begins to play. The in-conversation of Gale and his father. I will not have this family ripped apart by Talos himself. By the power of the Lord Protector, take them away. They have done enough to this family. As she holds on to Laura, with tears in her eyes as she looks back at you, Gale. After everyone hearing it, apparently, you are no son of mine. As the protectors all produce manacles with their hand. You killed your father. You ended Miss Margaret's life too early. And you killed the only heirs to this estate. May Tyr have mercy on your soul. Gale Everstorm. As those four Lord Protectors all begin to make their way to the rest of the group.
Samara will step in. He had nothing to do with this, my lady.
You're wasting your...
As you step in, one of them is going to place manacles on your hands, Samara.
This... You can't do this. What is the meaning of this?
This is exactly what they always do. I am at peace. Just hold up my hand. I didn't do it, but...
Laura looks back at you. How could you?
Didn't. But...
Manacles on.
Shit.
The house must endure. I hope you have a clean conscience, Celia. I am ready whenever you just say to the guard.
What is everybody else doing? Samara's in manacles, Gail's in manacles.
I'm looking at Dirakt like I'm about to boogie out the back door.
Message Tormund and go, jailbreak?
Yep.
And then I will put my hand on Tormund's shoulder and cast Dimension Door.
All right.
Put my hand on the shoulder and I say, when the mistress of winter closes a window, she opens a door, and I'll step through it.
Tormund and Arkonan.
I just message Samara, you should run.
Well, it's a little late for that.
You have legs.
So I'll give it a shot. I'm going to try to like lift my legs up and do like a roundhouse kick to one of these guards.
Dope monk shit.
Roll an acrobatics check.
Nice, I got a +6 to this.
Timora be with you.
I know.
Plus 16? Is that what I heard?
Come on.
Oh, let's go!
Yeah.
Let's go. Look at that.
As you flip up, kicking up underneath the chin of this protector, making space in between you.
And then I'm gonna shadow step I still have the manacles on, but I don't know if they are like holding me, but I'm hoping that kind of
You're still bound, but hey, you're getting shit done. You can still go.
I'm gonna shadow step out of there.
What is Braden and Dirakt?
Dirakt's with me.
I'm not with you.
Oh, wait, it was just me and Arkonan?
It's just you and
Yeah,
Arkonan.
you guys. Oh shit!
How far away was the coach?
You know me in like a half football field away.
Perfect. That's where we appear on the other side of the coach. And I say, we can either break the wheels or we can slap the horses. They're not taking us.
We're slapping horses, baby. Let's go. Set them free.
As Braden and Dirakt are over on their side, I'm gonna roll whatever you're doing, Gale. We're gonna have a roll off. This is old man dexterity versus yours.
Okay.
I'm doing mine with disadvantage.
I'm waiting for them to do something.
All right, if you're
what
gonna
am I doing?
completely wait for them to do something,
Yep. I want them to get out.
Dirakt uses his hero point and grabs Braden's shoulder, and I use Misty Step. As those guards are coming to put manacles on me.
You better think quick, Gale.
You can
That's,
run, but justice will always prevail.
This isn't justice. This is a sham. And I look at my sister. I did not kill father. I did not kill your sister. And I did not kill Margaret.
He is not your brother.
You're right.
Talos
I'm not-
killed your brother somewhere. All that is left is this shell of chaos and lightning.
Well, then perhaps maybe you want a closer view. And I am going to shift into my elemental form as the manacles just drop off of me. And I drop
told
the
you!
bubble.
I told you!
As I drop the bubble around me so that the storm hits them. And I just straight through and out, flying 90 feet.
As everyone loads up into Braden's coach, as we begin to make a peel out of Willow-Worthy. Full gone, we can see Gale in his elemental form trailing back behind us. Oh. Gods help us now.
That's not subtle at all, is it?
Well, back to being fugitives.
Good while it lasted. Wait, never mind. We've always been fugitives.
I told you I hate this city.
As we peel off, you can see the stagecoach out of control off in the distance as it hits a pothole in Samson's box. Hits and busts as this body rolls out into the street. As we peel out as a group, that is where we will end this week.
I did not expect Mama to be like that.
That's dirty.
Mama. She was definitely the boss. No matter how much Daddy thought he was in control.
Who's the real bad guy?
Clearly.
I told you, Dirakt, something was up with that woman.
There was something
not
fishy.
right in your
You did-
head.
Oh,
There was something fishy.
you guys got so close too. So close to finding out. You looked for magic. You had the poor rolls in the room. It was a mechanical box.
Oh.
You were just right on top of it. Just a couple poor rolls and you looked for magic instead of mechanical.
Freaking Neverwinter voicemail. I hate it.
That's all she needed. And then you pieced apart and broke her story with the dagger.
Very well.
You did that so well because
Very well done.
Tracy told me, and I made sure and double checked, it was like 4 or 5 times in the previous episode where I kept saying dagger and it was like, no, short sword, no, short sword. So it was reinforced. It was there. You had me pinned up against the wall. I'm like, I have to make it through one night without getting under house arrest. So it was like, all right, I got to go full boo-hoo. Greater Restoration doesn't work because she's not under a Rakshasa spell.
Yeah, that's her own fucking spell.
Yep.
So that's the thing. So I actually was thinking that there was more going on than met the eye, but
Transformers.
like it was like when she was like, yeah, the dagger, I'm like, she never used a dagger once. Like,
Rakshas used its claws.
so I figured there was something. I was just trying to wait to see what it was.
It was good.
And there it was. But that's still.
That's when you knew. That's when Gale knew.
Yep.
Confidently. But dude, what a heartbreaker. Your sister doesn't. Your sister doesn't know. Tara doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, your family's a piece of work.
Your fugitives on both sides of the law now.
Yeah. Yeah.
The best way to be.
What a great way to wrap up that piece at Willow-Worthy.
Wow.
See, those are the questions I'm seeing chat. It's like, well, who is my real father, parent?
Which one
I
is?
thought- Yeah.
If any, or either.
Or are they both? You don't know.
Yeah.
That's a question you'll have. Guess your mother won't be telling you. Oh man.
Tried to arrest you at the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that happened, I just immediately was like, all right, now I can understand how she can tolerate my father because they're the same.
Yep.
And when you stepped in, that's why I was like, you're wasting your breath. Like it's a
Yeah. I was
and that's why I wanted to dig in a little bit when I called her Cecilia.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's when she went in the no.
I'm just happy that I decided to have that morning I did and make my focal point what it was going to be.
Oh, you
Because like,
perfectly.
Had you stayed with your family, we were going to have issues. Tormund spent the morning and the evening brooding because you stay with the family.
Yeah. Dude, my life sucks.
Oh man. You got friends.
Oh.
Your life sucks only now. Wait until RoBear moves on to another character in the this
Yeah, I can't wait for either of you guys, anybody else, please. I'm like, let's just dip from Neverwinter and say fuck it,
Those are all choices.
No, because I can't lose my bet.
See, that's the thing, right? Chat is like, Adam was very suspicious. I was like, and I was like, Gale's piecing stuff together, but also he has no idea what a Rakshasa is capable of. And when there was no alteration, although he never, like, his mother was the nicer of the two, she was still always submissive to her father. So he always kind of held a grudge to begin with. And so it was like one of those where I was like, I feel like Gale would still be like, okay, I just got to figure out over time what's happening. Like, he thought something was weird, but like it's also his mother that wasn't ever an asshole to him, just was always submissive, right? So it's like he's not just gonna be like, you're fucking in on this, yada yada yada, you know, because that's just it wouldn't make sense, you know. So I was like, as much as Adam's like, she's fucking up to something, like there's something going on here, but you know, it just wasn't gonna be the way it played out. I'm just happy I didn't use the dagger, because she kept bringing it up, and I was like, wait a minute. She's a fucking monk. She punches things. Why does she need a dagger? Like, what?
Man, and I spared her life. Damn. Even Samara didn't know what she was up to. So
I'll tell you right now,
I got two in it.
You did.
If it wasn't her, it would be Laura pointing the finger.
I
whole
think in Gil's
family.
mind, this solidifies that none of these people were his like family. Like
Nope.
Laura maybe because she's just like going off of what she hears, right? And believes her mother. But like in terms of parents, like now he's hearing that, and then she just says that, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, they aren't my parents. I'm done. Like,
So
yeah, that moment of like Gale's defeated. Well, he kind of just like let himself be manacled, and then he was like, there was like that brief moment of just feeling defeated.
yeah.
that was great. I'm like, well, I know the other shitbags aren't going to do it, but I'm like, I love that. Like, we got at least the partial, like, fine, do your worst. I'm going to go to jail. Like, whatever.
Yep.
I'm just gonna all of you up anyway. But yeah, and I was like, oh yeah, I was like, this is oh brother, where art thou? So quick.
You know, Tormund is over that fence like the police showing up at an underage drinking party. It's like,
so true.
nobody here's 21. Get over the fence quick.
So
Someone wrote like, I can't wait till Samara goes back to the guild, and it's like, you know what? Yeah, she's a bitch too. Like she's a bitch.
So the scene that never really got flushed out because it just never happened. To give more context to it, would have been between Miss Margaret and Cecilia, and it's about her discovering the records of the state. And it's actually Miss Margaret, in her nature of being protective, that you need to step in and take back control from your husband and his spending. It is Miss Margaret's whispers in your mother's ear that started the catalyst to stop this anti-statism, to try to recover and set whatever course the house could be set on so it would not go under for the fanatical cause of your father.
To blame me for everything.
You blew up in the office, and that's all it needed. Had you not, because that's the one thing, she's on the other side of the fence. She believes in the Lord Protector, because that is safety, that is sanctuary, that is stability. And you displayed the one trait that is most threatening to that security.
My life sucks.
Oh man.
She's willing to screw over Samara in any way possible because she knew that would come back to kill her. Whatever deal that your father made.
Mm-hmm.
So that was of her concern, to try to get her off the property. But once she recorded you, and she was waiting for it, whether she recorded, and if your father had survived, he would have been arrested that day.
Gail, welcome to your white dragon.
Yeah.
That dragon's gone.
Yeah.
I'm fighting a fleet of Neverwinter fucking everything, I guess. I don't know. Like, God, I got so much to think about for next week, guys. I don't know what kind of deal you're gonna see.
You still don't have to worry about the will, you know.
You just
I
been
wasn't-
cut out.
I wasn't worried about the will to begin with.
I don't know. Place is pretty sweet. I mean,
Yeah.
we got to get new carpet in.
Yeah, but there's no way that Gale thought he was ever on the will. Like, no way. Now
What's-
to
what's
find out
savage?
who my dad is, or my mom.
But
Yep.
savage, which will get fleshed out over time. Dude, she didn't trust your sister enough. Like, she was gonna kill Samson anyway because he's a fucking idiot. But I mean, since you know that, like, she's the mastermind of this plot, you can deduce it's not like I'm telling anything else. There's probably no time where it will ever, you'll get these pieces unless I did side scenes, but she was willing to kill your sister if she didn't think she could live without him. If she could kill Samson and just be done with it, but she went ahead and had it done completely, so all of it wiped clean.
Mom was a bad bitch.
Seriously. She's Mama Fratelli times 10.
And it came
Fuck
from
yeah, dude.
Miss Margaret's whispers. Protect the house at all costs.
Yeah.
I wish I would have just one scene. It just didn't roll my way for me to get to do it. There's a lot of characters rolling through there, but I tried to with every scene show that it was her fanaticism over running a household that probably drove your mother crazy over time. Wow, dude, Tracy, you did so good. Holy God.
Thank you. That interrogation was pretty rough.
That was one of the nastiest interrogations I think we've ever had.
Dude, when I flipped it around on you and I was like, oh man.
I was like, oh, good. He's going up to his mother. She's gonna say like, oh, that's Samara. She saved me. Oh, she's good. And I was like, this is gonna be good. But man, the minute she turned
Adam
it
had
on
to
me,
process that for a second. I was like,
yeah,
well, that's not what I expected,
I
but
was like, oh, this is gonna be so
we're
tough.
rolling with it.
Oh yeah.
We're rolling with
And
it.
I
Trust in your DM.
just said, no, it's like over, in our side conversation before the show, I'm like, I'm not going to do anything that's going to be too crazy. I got to get you incorporated into the group. This would be really tough. Oh my God, I was horrible. I was like, no, because if I did this too far, it would be I wouldn't want to put you in this position where maybe we just don't have an outcome. Maybe you got to walk away. And then I was like, start that fire.
Sure. Yeah. Playing D&D. They said it would be fun. They said. Oh yeah, this is a lighthearted, fun game that we play on Thursdays.
I
can't.
It's the most.
Yeah.
I can't remember the last time I had fun at the table. No, I have fun every week, but it's just heavy for me right now because
it's an amazing story. Like everything that Gale is doing, even it just has me hooked. I'm like, whoa, man, it's good.
I'm happy with that. Like I'm very happy with how that interrogation scene. I'm like it was.
Yep.
It was like chess, and it was super. You said a lot of the right things.
Yeah, and it's like normally, in an organization like this, you have to keep quiet, but I kind of gave it up at this point. So I was like, all right.
But you still
Guess I'm
kept
telling them the
cards.
truth.
You were still able to keep cards. I was like, okay, how much will Samara give away? But she still has cards and walked away with her life. It was masterful.
Interesting.
Yep.
The interrogation scene showed me that Arkonan actually has a conscience. So I took Dimension Door. Like, since we turned to level 7, I took Dimension Door immediately. And if it was going to get to a certain point, I was going to use it to end the interrogation. Because
Wow.
I was like, as the character, I'm like, I don't like what's going on. I just don't like it. Like,
Yeah.
That's not who we are.
See, and that was something I thought about
Interesting.
too. And I like that you were like, "Am I good cop in all this? When did that happen? Like, what?"
Yeah, that's
Hey,
what
And-
It was
like,
good to
I'm
have
supposed
you in
be
the
morally
juxtaposition.
ambiguous one here.
Yeah, because I literally thought about that. I was going through the motions. I'm like, this is pretty dark for Gale, even, but like,
Yeah.
he's grieving, like, not really for his father. Like, he honestly isn't that torn up about his father, just because of reasons that you all probably are aware of.
Reason?
But like his sister, right, and Margaret, like, of course, and it was like, I was like, how far do I want to? Like, I was expecting you guys to be like, "Yo, Gale, what the fuck? let's bring it back, dude. Like, come on."
Yeah.
Like, and I was kind of teetering there, but then it's like, stuff started to come out, and I was like starting to, Sherlock Holmes it, I think, and trying to figure things out. So it was like,
What a hard spot to be put in.
yeah, Tracy.
What a
Yep. Oh man.
I am very, very proud of
Around,
you guys.
Give you applause.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to where we're gonna go from here. I mean, I'm, still, I know you guys still have your suspicions, and yeah, well, we'll see where everything takes us.
Well, Dirakt got it off his chest, so he's done with
Yeah.
his awkward.
That was so great.
So, did you do it?
I got to
So I was
channel.
just like, what?
Just Direkt had just had enough. He just became the blunt old man. He became partially my father for the episode. Fine, I can't make coffee. I can't do this. Well, did you kill him or what? I've been out here in this potting shed, sleeping on this lumpy mattress next to the dead housemaid. You might as well tell me.
Oh, that was great. That was so great.
Yeah.
It was so hard for me, like, because I couldn't, I'm not supposed to do anything proactive, but there's a lot of things going on. So I'm like, okay, one person follow over here. Okay, offer some support over here. While trying to keep my story straight and not get looped. You guys made an amazing challenge for me. Holy crap.
You quite literally had both your NPCs stuck in the same place together, just like, hey.
It was like, I need to group you guys up. You guys are sticking together right now. Trying to cover it. You're like, they haven't seen the body. They haven't seen the body. I'm like, no, I said that I peeked. I said that I peeked and looked down there. Like, oh shit. I'm like, any moment, I'm like, oh, just trying to get to the funeral. Let's just get to the funeral. Oh, then
I'm gonna trap them all.
Oh, and then them rolling the nat 20 on secretly casting the spell where she doesn't see it. Holy shit! If she sees it, who knows what happens in that night? It gets batshit crazy before it gets to the funeral. Then maybe the cops get called in the middle of the night.
Oh man.
Like, that's what I had in my head, was all of a sudden it's like, no, then
Then it really becomes East County, San Diego. Hey, what are the cops doing here?
so good. I'm very excited for next week. I am glad that it has been a very, very fun 2 episodes at WILLOW-WORTHY, but I think everybody's ready to take the 50-pound anvil off of their chest. Like, I am so tense after like it's just like I could tell, like last week my jaw was sore, like this week, like I've been clenching my jaw, just like, what is going to happen?
Oh man, yeah.
There was parts of last week, like when I was speaking to the father, just like antagonizing him, that my heart was just fucking racing.
It was me the entire time.
Oh.
Tim does not like confrontation at all. I will avoid it at all costs, because when it happens, I go the wrong way usually. The route that I usually am a very antagonistic person in confrontation. So it's like,
You know, had the Myra thing not happened, like, and it's still a thing, like Gail would just be like, let's just go. I have nothing. I don't care about anything here anymore, right? But like,
Yeah, then we got your girl. I'm glad I got your girl like where it matters. Yeah, because it is kind of, what are your connections to the city now? It's like, oh, I've been disgusted by this place for a long time. Now it's my job to show you, past just people like Sheridan, why it's worth putting up with. But you have two factions that are both dickweeds.
and we're in the middle.
In the sandwich, the shit sandwich.
I'm very familiar with that.
It's all right. Old Talos will get things fixed up in this city real nice soon. Real nice.
Oh yeah, it'll be.
Oh yeah.
I'm excited for Samara to start learning a lot about the group.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
One night in the boys club already.
Yep. Very interesting group thus far. One talks to corpses.
I don't talk to them. I just reanimate them and make them
You
work
said
for me.
I'll see you later to one of the dead assassins. And Samara saw that.
Because I was going to reanimate him and make him work for me.
If it's not a win, it's not a if, it's a win. You make coffee the first day, it's like it's gonna be a scene from like Grumpy Old Men. They're not gonna know what to do. Like it is gonna absolutely destroy their world. Like that's the the easiest way. The respect, the dexterity coffee roll in the group is like the instant respect.
Yeah, if you didn't know, that's literally like the epitome of like what comes down to the group hierarchy. Is who can make coffee first?
Who could make coffee? I respect it.
Who's the restless piece of shit that gets up and makes coffee first and or starts breakfast? Classic.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, I'm excited to have you on this crazy journey with us, Tracy.
Yep.
Oh.
It's gonna be exciting.
Thank you guys for joining us for 2 weeks of very, very, very heavy RP. You guys are amazing.
Oh yeah. You guys did great. Very excited to see what happens next week.
Can't cry anymore.
Hey, try having like 5 characters that have to cry. Eventually I'm like, I got no more fucks given today.
Tears are over.
Yeah,
I'm like, can
Jack,
this?
whenever you see RoBear like exit the room, he's squirting some stuff in his eye.
I was like, you know what? I was like, man, this can't turn quick enough.
Get me out of this house. Get me out of this house. Get me out of this house.
You guys are amazing. Thank you. As always, everybody, wash your hands, wear a mask, be good to each other. We'll see you guys next week.